Hello and welcome to another episode of Agilado. My name is Ravi Verma. I am a Scrum.org professional Scrum trainer and the founder and org whisperer at SmoothApps. Today I want to talk about an epiphany I had at a Scrum.org face-to-face event when I was listening to one of our colleagues, Steve Porter. And one of the things that Steve Porter said was that Scrum was revolutionary. It has, when you bring Scrum into your organization, it has the potential of kind of making revolutionary improvements to your organization. And as I was reflecting on this quote from Steve, I started noodling on what are the implications and what is the definition of ready, which is a prerequisite, which might be a prerequisite for a company to maximize the benefits of Scrum. So in this video, I want to talk to you about 7 reasons why definition of ready might help you get the most out of Scrum. So the first question you want to noodle on before you spend a lot of time and money introducing Scrum into your organization is, are you ready for humility? So is your organizational mental model, organizational culture ready to be humble and consider the possibility that maybe you guys don't have all the answers? You could be living inside an echo chamber, and it's possible, no matter how smart you guys are, it is possible that there will be times when you cannot guarantee how the complex adaptive system, which is your market, will respond to capabilities that you deliver, right? The market is a very complex adaptive system. It's based on interactions between customers, competitors, regulators, adjacent industries. So if you are not ready to consider this possibility, your culture may not be ready. The culture of your ecosystem may not be ready for Scrum. So maybe save everybody a lot of grief, avoid wasting time and money, don't even go there. It doesn't mean that you're a bad company or a bad ecosystem. It doesn't mean Scrum is a bad framework. It just means at this point in time, if you guys are not ready for humility, Scrum is not the right fit. The second question to ask in your definition of ready for Scrum is risk management. Are you ready for risk management? So given the fact that you are open to the possibility that you don't have all the answers, it's possible that you are spending precious time and money delivering capabilities to the market that the market may not care about. It might be just money going down the drain. So that's a risk. That's a risk to investment, risk for the reputation of the company, also risk for unintended consequences to stakeholders, right? So are you ready for aggressive risk management, ratchet up risk management, and protect the company from needless waste? Okay, Scrum is a very aggressive, I would say, aggressive risk management framework. But if risk management is not high on your list of priorities, maybe you're not ready for Scrum. Again, doesn't make you a bad company, a bad ecosystem, doesn't make Scrum a bad framework. You're just not a good fit at this point. Okay. So what is the third question to consider if you're figuring out, is your ecosystem ready for Scrum? It's curiosity. Some of these are ideas I learned from Craig Larman in the LESS training that I attended in Minneapolis a few years ago. So Craig was reminding us that Scrum is about the path of curiosity and humility. So curiosity is, I don't know how the market is going to react, this complex adaptive system, but I would love to find out. So you are like a curious and humble learner. Every time you deploy something to the market, now you are looking at the market with an open mind, and you want to learn and you want to see what happens. You're not attached to preconceived notions. It's not about cherry picking evidence to suit your pre-existing hypotheses. It's just about being open to new learning, right? So are you ready? Are you ready for curiosity? Is the value of curiosity compatible with the mental model and the culture of your ecosystem? If yes, maybe Scrum is a good fit for you. If not, If your mental model in your ecosystem, what your ecosystem rewards is certainty, having fixed ideas, and fighting to prove that those ideas were right, maybe Scrum is not the right fit for you. The next one is short feedback loops. So related to curiosity and risk management, Scrum is all about getting some feedback every 30 days or less. Is that something that is compatible with the thinking of your organization? If that's not something that's high on your value system, on your ecosystem's value system, again, not good, not bad, but it's possible Scrum will be a pain in the butt, because Scrum is all about short feedback loops, and if you don't like short feedback loops, it's not a worthy cause to fight for. Maybe you're not ready for Scrum. The next is probably the most revolutionary statement in Scrum, which creates all manners of breakdown in your ecosystem. Scrum is all about delivering a valuable, high quality, done, shippable increment every 30 days or less. This one statement might create a lot of stress and anxiety in your company. You'll hear all kinds of excuses and justifications. Oh, well, it takes forever for us to do elaboration, requirements analysis, getting funding. We don't have environments. We can't do the testing. It takes forever. We don't have we don't have automation testing. We don't have DevOps, CI/CD. You'll hear all kinds of excuses. The question is not about feasibility. Can you flip a switch and get there now? The question is this the right thing to do for your company, for your employees, for your stakeholders? As you think about this future, as you imagine this future, and you think of a day when this is possible, every 30 days or less, you can deliver a high quality, valuable increment to production. Does that make you happy? Is it a cause worth fighting for? If yes, maybe you're ready for Scrum. Even if you don't know how, that's okay. This aspirational goal inspires you. If not, it terrifies you, it drains your energy, and it's just not aligned. That's okay. Maybe you are not ready for Scrum. Again, not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just not a good fit. The next element which might decide, or attribute which may decide if you're ready for Scrum or your ecosystem is ready, is the desire to learn. So assuming that we are humble, we don't have all the answers, we're curious, I want to know what's going on, what's going to happen. You have short feedback loops through increments. Are you ready to learn? Sometimes the evidence may take you down a path which you don't want to go. It may challenge a preconceived notion. Your baby, it may call your baby ugly, your baby being your idea. Do you value your preconceived notions, your ego, more than you value learning? If you don't value learning, then maybe you're not ready for Scrum. Maybe the last in this batch of my definition of ready items is being ready for course correction. Not being influenced by sunk cost. So maybe you spent a lot of time, money, you staked your reputation on an idea, on a project, on a feature, capability. The market is clearly telling you, yeah, you know what, you thought it was cool, but we don't like it. At that point, are you ready to give up your attachment to that idea in service of the community, the stakeholders, the company, and investors, and course correct? If yes, maybe you're ready for Scrum. If not, maybe it's time to look for something else. Again, the purpose of this conversation was not to say that an ecosystem that doesn't meet this criteria is a bad ecosystem, nor is it to imply that there's something wrong with Scrum. It was just to educate you that Scrum is more than a bunch of people standing around in a daily stand-up every day asking 3 questions. Scrum has revolutionary implications at all levels of your organization, from the culture to your org chart, performance appraisal, environments, and these are strategic choices that a company has to make. Many times executives do not understand what are the operational and cultural and strategic implications of bringing Scrum into the company. They just think it's a magic wand. The minions are going to get around in a circle every morning in a daily stand-up, answer 3 questions, and all the troubles will go away. So the purpose of this video was to challenge the myth, share 7 questions that may help you figure out if your organization is ready for Scrum or not. I hope you found this useful. Would love to hear what you think. And if you have other items on your definition of ready, Until the next video, thank you. Keep calm, scrum on.